This is my review of the Vantrue on-dash N1 Pro DashCam. This is marketed as a small or mini dashcam. The dashcam is pretty bit much on the small side. I also have a Yi dashcam as well, and I would say it is about 3/4 of the size of the Yi. So I already unboxed it. It comes with a mount. The mount has a pretty unique feature. It is used to actually charge or power the camera as well. So you plug it in like this, mount it up, and the charging cable would actually go into here. It did come with a generous 10 feet mini USB charging cable. So the mini USB charging cable would go into the mount, and it would charge the dash cam. It also came with a micro USB cable. I think this is used for data transfer, so that's pretty nice. So they included one so you could transfer your videos, and also it can be used to charge it as well. I did test it out. Charging does work. So now that we've seen what it came with, let's go ahead and hook it up, and let's see how it functions, and also some test sample videos. So I was able to plug it in via the micro USB port directly on the camera without using the suction cup mount, and it does in fact power it on. I have also installed a micro SD card, a 64 gigabyte, and just to give you a warning, when I first plugged it in, it did give me a error message saying card error, so I had to go in and format it. To do so, just press the power button to activate the menu. Oh yeah, another thing is you can't go into the menu if it's actually recording. So to first stop the recording, you press OK, and that stops the recording. You'll know because the blinking blue is turned off. And then you can go into the menu, and then to format the card, you're going to want to go to System Setup, go down to Format SD Card, and OK. Other things in here you can change the language. There's various languages you can select. Also time and date, so you can set the time and date. Auto LCD off, so it's the timeout, so after 3 minutes the LCD will turn off by itself. Looks sound, device sound, it's these sounds that you hear when you press the button. You can turn it on or off. Non-use auto power off, so I guess if the camera isn't in use for a certain amount of time, it will automatically shut off to save battery. Frequency, looks like the LCD frequency, 50 Hz or 60 Hz. And system info, looks like there's some serial number or firmware version. Besides that, under recording options, there's the resolution. You have a choice between 1080p and 720p, both 30 frames per second. Loop recording, so how big do you want each file? I have it set for 5 minutes, that's my preference. G sensor, again, there's a G-Shock sensor here, so if you're ever in an accident, it will mark that file with a special indicator stating that there was an impact. So that is what that is for. I believe it's also used for the parking mode, which I'll explain. Audio recording, do you want to record audio or not? Here's the parking mode. You can turn it on. Basically, when you're parked and you have your ignition off, there's enough charge on this camera where it will take a short video clip. So if you're ever parked overnight and someone comes and vandalizes your car, it will try to record what it saw. Exposure is pretty self-explanatory. How bright the screen is or the picture is, you could adjust that to your liking. Number plate, not exactly sure what this is, but I don't think it's that important. Stamp, timestamps, logo stamps, number stamps, GPS stamp. So yeah. Rotate display, so in case you mount it this way, or if you mount it upside down, so that you can rotate this display depending on how you mount it. Time-lapse, I guess you could set this camera up for time-lapse video. Not very useful for security purposes or recording accidents, but it could be useful for recording long trips and taking a neat time-lapse video of your trip. I know GoPros do it, even cell phones do it, but instead of mounting your GoPro or cell phone in your car, you already have this mounted in your car anyway, so this should be able to take some neat time-lapse videos of your trips. And the power off delay, so when you power it off, is there a slight delay or not? Yes or no? Besides that, there's a GPS setup, so it looks like it has a built-in GPS. I have it on for now, so I'm not sure if the GPS is actually built into the camera itself, but I have a slight feeling that it might be actually built in to the mount. It just makes sense for a GPS receiver to be on this mount. So we'll test it out later and I'll find out for sure if it's on the mount or if it's in the camera itself. Speed, miles per hour since I'm in the US, and the files. So this is the file screen, so you can see all your recordings. Event is a recording where it detected an impact, or your G-Shock sensor detected an impact. All those recordings will come in here. Also, I found out that this button up here is like a manual recording button, so you can manually record a significant event. So let's say you witness something or something like that, it will come up as an event. Yeah. So I notice while I was in that screen, it took me back to the actual video camera instead of back to the main file screen. That's a little annoying. I have to go back in to get there. You got the normal, so this is where all your normal video files will be, your loop recording, photos, any photos you take. So this button as well takes photos. Let me see how to take a photo. So to take a photo, you actually have to click this button up top once. That will initiate a key symbol. Basically what that key symbol means is you've manually recorded an event or a collision. So this current loop recording will be saved as a collision or event file. And you can take a picture by just keep pressing it. You see how the photo icon popped up right there, camera icon. So I just took a bunch of photos. So to take a manual photo, you'll have to lock or record an event for the current loop first, and then you could take photos. So to go back into the menu, you cannot go because it's in recording mode, as you can see, and also this blue light indicates it's recording. So you have to press OK to stop the recording first, and then you can go back into the menu. And that wraps up the menu. Oh, and the one thing I did read in the menu, in the manual, is that the GPS, it states it requires a special GPS mount for you to use GPS. So I'm not sure if the included mount is GPS or not, but I will try to find that out. I'm guessing it is not, but we'll find out.
아우 싫어. 아우 엄마 얼굴 볼까? 엄마 어떻게 생겼나? 엄마 어떻게 생겼어? 엄마 어떻게 생겼어? 별이야. 어떻게 생겼어? 미국 좋아?